Hello, and we are back with our Batman the Animated Series episodes commentary. And today's episode is one that I really don't care that much, but we got to go through it since it's part of the season. Terrible Trio. So, as usual, let's do our countdown so you can watch the episode with me in your DVD box set or Blu ray box set or streaming service with Batman the Animated Series. So, let's go in 3, 2, 1. Give it a play. So the first Warner Bros. Logo is on the screen. Now the second one. So yes, the Terrible Trio. This is an episode that for me is probably the most forgettable one of the whole show. In my opinion, at least. I mean, it's not lacking any merits. There are some maybe interesting things about the episode itself. But it's not one that I really care that much in terms of story or plot or the villains that are introduced here in this episode. Apparently, the Terrible Trio is indeed a group of villains from Batman. I might have to check this information, but I think they are from the comics and is this aristocrat villains, aristocrat guys who are, in this case, in the episode, rich, bratty guys who steal for fun. They commit crimes for fun, and Batman is involved in this case because he knows this aristocrat. This is a difficult word to say, but aristocratic people in his rich, millionaires circle, right? So he ends up being involved in this case. Here the episode starts. By the way, the title card of this episode is very cool. That's one good point about the episode. The title card with the painting is pretty cool. But then the episode starts with this trio of criminals, right? We have a guy, they all wear masks. One guy wears a mask of a fox, I believe. The other one is a shark, and the other one is a hawk or an eagle. I have to I have to check it better. I think is a I don't know what bird is this anyway, but anyway, it's a bird, okay? And they represent air, water, and earth. But anyway, they wear these masks and they commit crimes, and they are stealing this place, and they mock the security guard by giving him some money of the amount that they stole, as a kind of act of kindness from them. So it's already established that they are, these they mock society and they mock the poor people for their condition. And the Batman and Robin arrive to the scene, and Robin tries to go after them. They use this rope to escape the building, and they descend into a dock with a speedboat, and Robin is after them. He makes this acrobatic jump to get to them. And once Robin gets to the dock, what he doesn't know is that there is a bomb underneath the dock that will explode. So the Terrible Trio blows up the dock, and Robin is thrown into the water. And this is one of the many scenes in the show where Robin always gets into trouble and Batman has to save him, which is exactly what he does. So we go back to the Wayne Manor, and we have Bruce and Dick discussing this Terrible Trio by the newspaper. They are reading the newspaper topic about them, and then uh, Bruce explains that these masks, they represent the predators of air, land, and sea, right? So this is why we have an eagle, a shark, and a fox. And then we go to a shooting gallery in the club with these rich guys, practicing the sport. And we have what is pretty clear, the terrible trio there. These three rich guys, three bratty young guys, and Bruce is talking to them. So um, apparently they think that Bruce is a good candidate to join the terrible trio, and they even call him a superior animal, which means that they all consider themselves superior in the eyes of society, and in terms of the economic level that they are superior animals, superior people, or superior predators, right? And this is an interesting point of this trio of villains. They are, um, they are villains that you actually hate because they are so, how do you say, disgusting, and they are extremely despicable, in terms of their personas. And I think this is the theme of this episode, right? The differences between these rich people in society, because Bruce is also a billionaire, just like them, but he has, he has values, true values, right? He doesn't consider himself better than anyone. That's why he's, a vigilante and risks his life every day. And these guys here, they also risk their lives when they commit these crimes, but they do this for sport. They um they um they do this for the fun, the adrenaline of the thing. And the main guy of the trio, he's dating this girl, which is she's the daughter of a very rich guy, also a billionaire. This old fella that they are planning to steal. So he's dating her just for the excuse of stealing this guy. And this is exactly what we're gonna see next. They break into a building of the company of this old man, and they're gonna break into the vaults of this place to steal his money. Anyway, this is an episode that I think is very boring, to be honest. I'm sorry. I have to be honest about my commentaries. There are some episodes that I love, and some episodes that I go, I don't care. I don't really care about this story here. And I think after this episode, the following episodes from this season, the last season of the classic animated series, I think we have about 15 or 14 episodes to go after this one. Or maybe less than that, I don't know. We have only episodes that are okay. I mean, good to great. Let me put it this way. Yes, the next episodes, they are basically good to great, in my opinion. So we're not gonna have boring episodes anymore to comment. At least from the list that I was reading, the episode list, I was just thinking, oh, this is a good episode. This is good and not so good, but almost good, and some that are great. unbelievably great. So we're gonna have fun in the next episodes. But this is not one of those, in my opinion. This is one that I really go, we have to go through it. Um, and not even the action in this episode is that memorable, in my opinion. So yeah, the terrible trio, they stole the guy, and in the process they end up facing this old man that was in the company at the time they were stealing it, and they once they stumbled into the guy, they end up hurting him, not killing him but hurting him bad. So they escape, and then we have at least one action scene that is a chase between them and the Batmobile in the streets of Gotham. And there is some funny quirks in this chase. We have Batman, we have them crashing into a light pole that bends in the streets, and then Batman also crashes into the light pole and finishes the job by destroying it. And then they have this kind of device in their car that tosses grenades into the Batmobile. Batman uses his steel cable to basically pull them back with the car, and they manage to break the cable by shooting it. And in order to escape for good from Batman, one of the criminals, he dumps the money that they stole in a crowd of people in the street. This is an okay scene, and all the people, as usual in Gotham City, once you dump money, everybody starts running and walking over themselves in a crowd as mad people. It's a mad world, if you know what I mean. And the Batman, he has to dodge these people and ends up in a very narrow alley, and they escape. So yeah, that was an okay scene. Then we have a matte painting of the dad of the girl in the hospital. This is very clear a painting that they did in the animation, because since the guy is still on the scene, he doesn't move. They didn't have to animate him, so he's a painting, and then his daughter is the actual animation over the painting. And she's kind of a cute girl. She actually looks like one of the one of the Batwoman. I'm gonna say Superwoman. One of the Batwoman that we see in the feature length animation, Batman: The Secret of Batwoman. We're gonna talk about this animation later on in the channel. So yeah, Bruce is in the hospital. He talks to the girl, and then he he goes to the old man. He's sleeping on the bed in the hospital, and he moves his face, and he sees that the guy has a mark on his cheek. That is the ring. It was done by the ring of one of the guys of the terrible trio, right? The Fox guy, the one that dates his daughter. And so his ring marked the cheek of the man. So Bruce immediately, connects the dots and realizes that he knows the man that is committing these crimes, at least one of them. So then they go to this cottage in the mountains, that is in the snowy mountains. Every rich guy has one. And the terrible trio is there, and the girl is also there. I think in this scene they're going to reveal to her what they're doing, or who they are for real. And or she ends up discovering actually what they're doing, because she found her dad's stick pin, or pin stick, and she realizes who they are. So they have to trap her, and and this is gonna be a job for Batman later. So now we go to the Batcave, and Dick and Bruce are analyzing the whole mark in the cheek of the old man with and the ring and the connection between the two, and they you know they discover who the terrible trio is. Mm. And Batman has a great line here because he says, these guys are even more terrible than the Joker because at least the Joker has madness as an excuse. These guys, they are unbelievable in his opinion. I don't agree with that, but anyway, these are very unmemorable villains. So now the terrible tree is explaining to the girl why they did what they did to her father, and this is all very boring. I mean, I'm sorry, this is just very, very, very boring. Um, and the main guy, he actually, as I said before, they were gonna trap her. They didn't, but they actually gave her the benefit of the doubt of telling her that the truth so she could support them. But then the main guy, he doesn't believe her. He doesn't believe that she will keep her mouth shut. So they end up having to use chloroform to knock her out. But or knocked her unconscious, should I say. And they're gonna kill her, This is a very, somber thing. We see the trio pushing her inside the car. She's inside a car, and they are pushing her to the edge of a cliff. So she's gonna die inside the car, and there's gonna be these they're gonna have the excuse that she died in an accident, right? But then, of course, Batman is able to shoot his steel cable in the bat wing. We actually got a little tip that the bat wing was gonna be used in this episode before we saw it in the Batcave, and now he is using the steel cable of the bat wing to grab the car before it crashes on the Rocky Mountains. And then we see, this cool action with Batman ejecting from the Batwing and using now his glider to chase after the trio. And this chase takes place in the snowy mountains. So it's another action scene with Batman in the snow. So there is this, I don't know, if you want to force it in, we have this theme of Batman hunting the predators now, hunting these three supposed predators, right? But they are, this is the problem with this group of villains. They are bratty kids. So they're not threatening, They're just stupid. And you hate them because they are, bratty. And they are obnoxious, they think themselves as superior and all this stuff, but they're just not cool enough. So then one of the main guy, he gets, they're so bad that Batman already knocks two of them down. So now it's only the main one left, and he gets this jet ski to speed down the snow, and Batman goes after him. Both of them end up fighting in the jet ski, and maybe this is a cool thing, I don't know, with Batman. And we never saw Batman in a jet ski before. We have a little bit of the cool racing scene with the guy sliding Batman's face into the snow while they are speeding on it. And then we see Batman jumping off the jet ski before it crashes on the cliff of the snowy mountains. And this is it. He defeated them pretty easily. So yeah, a very, very, very forgettable episode. The guy tries to make a deal with Batman, but anyway, whatever. Yeah, I'm sorry, guys. I have to be honest. This is my favorite animated show ever, obviously, but it's not. It's not. Nothing is perfect, right? There's always some bad episodes or boring episodes, and anyway, at least this Andy is kind of cool because we see the main guy being tossed into a jail cell that has cockroaches, and it's all dirty, and there is this huge guy that looks at him with this face, and I don't know, you know what I mean. It looks like he's gonna get some love in the prison. Apparently, at least this is the suggestion here. He's gonna be somebody's girlfriend in the prison. But anyway, this is it. This is this episode, The Terrible Trio. Like I said, we're gonna have great and good episodes for the rest of the season, so don't worry about it. For now, thank you very much if you are watching the contents of BATGUS. If you're liking the content, please don't forget to leave your beloved like and your wonderful subscription so we can keep talking about Batman and this universe forever, all right? See you in the next Bat episode, and bye-bye.